So welcome to Stretching Your Strengths in CEHS. I'm Paul Springer. I'm the Associate Dean for Student Success in the College of Education and Human Sciences. In this week's series, we're going to be talking about mental health and mental health resources that exist on the UNL campus. And we're going to be having a conversation with John Goldrich, who is a licensed mental health provider at Counseling and Psychological Services. And so, John, thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad I could be here today and provide some information to the young scholars that are out there.
Excellent. You know, this last year has really particularly been challenging for many of us, whether it's been like the global pandemic or the social and racial unrest that we've been experiencing in our country. And I was hoping today, John, could you talk a little bit more about CAPS and what services you offer to students so students know where to turn to?
Well, one thing we want to say is we want to be sensitive to the various struggles that are out there, both social justice-wise, politically. We like to see ourselves as positioned in a place where we're open to talking with students about struggles that could come from those areas. We have individual counseling where a person could come in and talk with a provider about some concerns and issues that they might be having or that they might be having with others around those issues.
Excellent. Now, I know that you have the traditional individual sessions. Do you guys offer groups as well or other support groups?
We do have groups. We have a variety of groups. We have graduate groups, undergraduate groups, mixed groups where men and women can be in a group together. Then we have some specialty groups that pop up from time to time during the semester that might focus on things like, anxiety can be something that could pop up. We could have other ones that would be a reflection of particular needs that are going on within the university community as it interfaces with the greater world.
Oh, that's really great to know. I'm really interested, what are some of the myths about mental health that you might think may get in the way of why students don't reach out?
I will be seen as really, really crazy. I'm not that crazy to come in for counseling. It's going to cost. They're not going to understand me. My friends will think I'm strange for going in and getting help. In my family, we don't do this. We just man up or woman up and manage it on our own, along with, they're just going to read my mind. They've got crystal balls and all that other stuff, so some of that gets infused into one's thinking as well.
Yeah, I've heard some of those things from students as well, that they're really just afraid of the whole process and what's involved. What would you say to a student who may be struggling, may feel a little depressed or anxious around classes or COVID-19, but they're unsure if they should reach out for help?
Well, one of the things that I would suggest to them is utilize Let's Talk. It's a great way to touch and see where they get to meet with a counselor. Doesn't count towards their counseling sessions, and they just get a good sense of, is this something I could value or would help me as I move forward in my life? Would this be helpful for me? Because a lot of times people don't know if it's going to be helpful or not. And sometimes they have preconceived ideas that maybe it's not. Well, this is a great way to touch and see if this could be helpful for them in their journey. The other thing that I would say to them is, okay, you're having these struggles. Now, if it were a physical problem that you were struggling with, say you broke your arm, would you not go to a doctor to get some help in regards to that? Of course, they nod their heads up and down and say yes. I said, well, think of it like this. In some ways, it's like emotions. Emotions have been broken to a certain extent. And so we help with the repair of broken emotions in some way. And so going to talk with a counselor can help you heal from that emotional breakage that you're experiencing.
Oh, I love that. That's a great metaphor for what happens in sessions. So can you kind of tell us how students can reach out for help? Where can they go? And what could they expect when they reach out?
Well, first of all, I want to say we're doing everything we can do to provide services via Zoom for the students. And so they can call our office And the secretaries will walk them through the process of getting set up for an initial evaluation, where they'll meet with the counselor, assess the situation, determine if they need individual or group counseling, and then get them set up for that. And so a simple call to our office can set the ball rolling and get the help that they need.
Yeah, what is that number? Do you have that off the top of your head?
402-472-7450.
John, I really appreciate you spending time with us today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
What I'll add is this. We like to engage the students in conversations that can help them get out of their own way, prevent them from creating barriers in their lives, and in a sense, building bridges over these situations that they're struggling with so that they can progress and become the scholars and human beings that they so want to be.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, John, so much. And I hope students recognize that there are these great resources on campus, and CAPS is an excellent service for all of us to reach out. So thanks again, John. I really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. Anything I can do in the future, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.